Hey you guys, today we're going to focus on the underbutt. So the glute hamstring tie-in is where the bottom of your glutes connect to the top of your hamstrings. So since fat is often stored in that area, it's a tough spot to tone, but these exercises can help create a nice shape where these two muscles meet. Here we go. So I have 5 great exercises we're going to go through today. As you can see, I have a variety of equipment here. If you don't have a lot of this, there's a lot of ways you can kind of work around maybe not having this, maybe a chair if you're at home, or doing something on the floor as opposed to using a BOSU. There's a lot of ways to get around it. Alrighty, so we're really going to focus on the base of the glute and kind of the hamstring area. Obviously, we all know women, we tend to kind of carry our weight, a lot of us in that area. So once again, diet, 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 clean it up in the kitchen, you guys, because that's really where it's made. I've learned in the past, no matter how hard I worked out and I was not eating as clean as I thought I was, it never happened until I really totally changed my diet, and it made a big difference. And I'm not even having to work out as hard anymore. So it really does make a big difference. Okay, first exercise we're going to do is one of my favorite ones. Once again, you can use a BOSU, you can do it on the floor, whatever you feel comfortable with. I like it because we're also working balance. Okay, so this is a BOSU single leg kick out. So what you're going to do is you're just going to balance whether you're on the BOSU or the floor. You're going to think about dropping and getting the dumbbell as close to your foot as possible. So I'm kicking my backside out as I'm kicking this leg out, and I'm reaching up. So I'm hitting the base of my glute and my hamstrings, but we're getting a bonus by kind of hitting that side of the glute too. So we're gonna go all the way down. We wanna make sure that we're tracking, that this knee is tracking over, because the knee wants to tend to pop out with these. So you're just gonna lower and raise. So I'm really hinging at the waist, trying to keep my head and chest up the best that I can, kind of looking out. As I'm lowering, you can probably see in the mirror behind me how my backside is really getting kicked out with these. And back up. 12 to 15 each side, do 3 rounds. I guarantee these are killer, one of my new favorite exercises. Okay, so let me get this guy out of the way. We'll start eliminating equipment. Okay, next we're gonna do another really, really good one. These I tend to do at the end of my workout to really burn it out. You can use a box, a chair, whatever you have. The height is going to make a difference too. This is going to let you know kind of how strong your legs are. So what the goal with this one is to kick your backside out, and just, I tell people it's a hot plate on the ground. You barely touch and you're up. So my hamstrings and my glute here are just doing all of that work. I'm slightly leaning forward too as I come up. So it's just barely a tap and back up. The higher the box or elevation, it's going to be a lot tougher. So tap, up, tap, up. I mean, this one is a direct hit right onto those hamstrings, right onto that glute. I would do 15 on each side, 3 rounds. You're just gonna be like, what? Okay, 3, single leg squat deadlift. Okay, here's another really good one. All right, so use however much weight you wanna use. I'm gonna grab my dumbbells. So you're literally, this is kind of a 2-parter. You're gonna go right down into a 1-leg squat. So really, once again, kicking that backside out. Here, you're gonna come up, you're gonna straighten that back leg out, and you're gonna go right into a deadlift and back up. Then we're gonna go right back down into our single leg squat, straighten that back leg out, lower down, driving back up through our glute, rotate the dumbbells, sitting down, we're not leaning forward, pushing up through our backside of our heel, straightening that back leg out, driving back up. So you're really putting a lot. You're really taxing that muscle. Just try to keep that movement going through the whole time. Try not to rest through all of those reps. Take a short break, maybe 20 seconds. Get back on that same leg. Just keep hammering away at that leg. That's how you're gonna make the changes, you guys. We really have to just keep taxing that muscle, really making sure we're fully engaging it too. Okay, glute bridge. Okay, so we're gonna get on the ground. I know a lot of people, this is kind of the huge rave. A lot of people are doing a lot of these different exercises. This one I prefer a little bit more. So you're just gonna lay on the ground. So basically you could do a glute bridge with or without weights. You'll see people using dumbbells or barbells, however you wanna do it. I always just start on the ground with no weight. My heels are fairly close to my butt. And I'm just gonna lift up and think about really squeezing my glutes together. I do a couple of these just to kind of get my hips to open up. Because if you're tight through your hips, if you sit at a desk all day and you're kind of tight through your hip flexors and all of that, before you add weight and you're down here and you're like, ugh, stretch it out. Think about getting those hips to open up first. Do a couple rounds of that. Then if you want to start adding some weight with either a dumbbell or a barbell, protect your hips with a towel if you're using a dumbbell. Do the same thing. We're just going to lift that weight to the ceiling. We're going to squeeze the glutes and lower. Squeeze and lower. So I really feel like I'm getting a little bit of an isometric hold at the top, lowering down, squeezing at the top. All right, 15 reps. Take your breather in between. Wipe your forehead. Put your towel down. Okay. Next, we're gonna go into a low box reverse lunge. Once again, another one of my favorites. Okay, you don't always have to have a high box to get into the back lunge. I mean, you can, but I think you get a better range of motion using a low box. Grab your dumbbells. You're just gonna start on the top of your box. You're just gonna step back. It's all about getting that knee as close to the ground as you can. And you're just gonna step up and you're gonna just lean forward a little bit. You're gonna engage that back leg to where it's raised just slightly. So here, I'm driving through my hamstrings and my glutes. Step up, stepping back. We're getting an extended range of motion here. Stepping up, a little bit of a kick with that back leg. Just really think about everything through the back side. 15 reps, take your break. We're gonna on the other leg, we're gonna do the same thing. Extended range of motion, slightly leaning forward with that, engaging the other leg. All right, so I'm just gonna turn this a little bit because I want you guys to see what I mean by extended range of motion. This is 90 degrees where a lot of people normally get. Doing it this way, see that extended range? So now we're working higher up on the leg. We're strengthening where a lot of people don't unless you can get really, really deep into that range of motion. Pushing up. So instead of kind of capping out here, let's go all the way down here. Makes a big difference. All right, you guys. 5 great exercises. Focus on your glutes maybe 3 times a week. Think about activating your glutes before you even get into your workout. Get some bands, do 5 to 10 minutes of glute activation. Once they're woken up, they're gonna respond a lot better, so that's a huge piece. Work within a full range of motion, and also just really have that mind-body connection of thinking about the muscle that you're working. That's always another thing. And working through sometimes just a slower pace to make sure that that muscle really is kind of firing and doing what we want. All right, thanks for joining me today, you guys. Hey, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, tell us some happy thoughts. Check us out on Athlean-XX for women.com. See you guys soon. Bye.